everybody, welcome back to the workshop. Today I'm going to be looking at a problem with my old bench top belt sander here. It's been a bit dicky for years where you had to give it a bit of a push to get it started, but now it's so stiff here that it won't run, just makes a humming sound. So something's going on either with the motor or one of the bearings in here and here. If I take the belt off, the front one spins easy and the back one with the belt on it there doesn't. So let's get it over onto the workbench and I'll start taking the motor out and we'll see where it's actually tight. I'd actually take it outside and blow all the crap off it. There's a disc, sanding disc that goes on here, and that was a table that went with that disc. Not particularly useful. That's what it was. Just get that guard off there. Using the old divide by 2 rule. It's either going to be in here or in there. So let's take the belt off. If I can get it off. Like that. Let's see which one spins when I plug it in. I think it's going to be in here. If the motor still spins. See that shaft there's a little bit bent. Doesn't sound like a problem. By the way, I didn't do the light switch. Previous owner did that. So problem's in here. Let's get that apart. Looks like there's a couple of bolts here. That'll take this plate off. And I think it will loosen up that bit as well. So let's see how that goes. Let's get the pulley off. I don't know whether you can see it or not. There's a grub screw in there. Just leave the grub screw in there so I don't lose it. And a little flat there, not much more complicated than that. That's definitely where the problem is. Now you can see it, there's a couple of screws down in there. And there's no way I'm going to get a screwdriver on those, but there's a slot up the top here, so that will be able to lift out. Just can't quite see how I'll get that apart at the moment, but I'll take these out and maybe this whole thing will come off then. We'll find out. that's how that comes off. Must have been just sticking on the paint. Let's just get that out of the way for a minute. There's 3 screws on that side and 3 screws on that side. Let's get those out of there. So there's one bearing there. And that feels stiff as buggery. You're probably saying, how stiff is that, Dave? And that bearing is just pressed into that cap. That spins all right. So there's your problem. If I can find the number stamped on that, I'll be able to get a new one. Just wondering what holds it on. Have a look. Without measuring too much dirt. That side is 13 millimeters. And that side is 11.4. So it's just pushed on. It's not pushed on from the other direction. Let's see if I can figure out a way to get that off. Or otherwise free it up. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll bring you back when I've got a plan. It's just Lanox. It's like WD-40, only it's got lanolin in it. It's quite a good product. I can already feel that freeing up a little bit. I think it just had a bit of dust in there. If I give it a flick, I can see this black crap coming out. You can see that there. I think it gradually got worse over time, so I think this bearing was just very dry. That one's got no problem. And I feel a little bit of slack in there, but for what this does, I don't think it really matters. I'll just give it a bit more of a spray there. I don't think I need to break it any further. I'll just give things a bit of a wipe down as I put them back together. Maybe it'll take another 20 years for that crap to accumulate in there again. This stuff is supposed to not attract dust, but don't always believe that. One of these was just lightly pressed on there. Maybe the other side. We'll just pop that back on there as even as we can. I'll probably just speed through this. there's another job waiting for Dave to fix. My compressor can't start up when it's got half a tank of air. It just overhauls and the circuit breaker pops out. Spins nice and free. Just looking at that shaft, I'm wondering whether it'd be worthwhile me attempting to straighten it. Maybe. I'll just use this to mark the highest spot, just a Sharpie. I just touch it. Probably looks worse than what it is. It's marked 2/3 of the way around, so that's the high spot. I think I'll just leave well enough alone there. Could just be the pulley on the shaft. Don't know whether you'll be able to see it. If we look right at, need a better pointer. If you look right at the centre of the shaft there, that little dot there, which is a machining mark, isn't running out. So the problem is in the crappy pulley. So there's not much I'm going to be able to do by straightening it. So I'll leave that alone. That's probably about as clean as all that's going to get. This one goes back in there. It looks like I can angle it. Never noticed that before. He thinks I'm missing something. You guys didn't say anything, did you? I see square holes on this side. So these bolts have got square backs on them, so they went in there. That one. Sounds like Mrs. Shed's home. She's probably going to be cranky I didn't go out and open the gate for her. You guys can tell her I had my hands full. Never knew that before. I thought it's the smoothest mechanism in the world. that all buttoned back up, we'll put the belts back on and the guard, and we'll give it another test. One thing that's worth checking is that both the pulleys are in line. That's pretty good there with that up against the back. The other trick is to make sure you get that Allen screw down onto the flat evenly, otherwise as soon as it moves it will come loose. So you just tighten it up a little bit. And then get it halfway in the middle, a bit more. Then you know you've got it right down into the flat, not clamped on at an angle. We'll tighten that up a bit. Now to get the belt on, I could move the motor that way and that would loosen it up a bit. Let's see if I can just pop it on. Yeah, easy peasy. Belt's pretty much had it, but it's still going, so we'll leave it going. I'll just give it a test with the guard off, being careful not to get my fingers in there, because that would just either take them off or be very painful. No trouble there. Hasn't got a lot of guts, this little motor. You can usually stop it with a piece of wood on the sanding belt. So if you go easy on it, it works all right. So that lines up with those two holes down here. So the only two bolts I've got left. All I've got to do is make sure that it doesn't drag anywhere. Try that again. Pretty good. Jesus, don't look back there. I've always liked to use this machine with the belt running away from me. If I turned it around the other way, it would run towards me. Not quite sure why I like that. I just do. I don't bolt it down, I just put a G-clamp around here and it's never moved an inch or a millimetre. Now we stick it up the other way. There we go. I think we can call that fixed. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one. I can't really see you.